To this lesson. In our previous lesson, we discussed how the capabilities of an individual's development can be retarded. Now, in this lesson, we'll be discussing Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. By the end of this lesson, students should be able to identify and explain all the levels of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now, Abraham Maslow, who was an American philosopher, tried to theorize the needs of individuals into a pyramid. Now, according to Abraham Maslow, every individual has needs, and he puts these needs into categories. According to him, once the individual has satisfied one category of need, he wishes to move on to the next level until he reaches the apex of the pyramid. Just like you can see on your screens, there are 5 levels of the needs of an individual. So Abraham Maslow said that the first level of an individual needs are the basic needs. In some books, you see physical needs or physiological needs. According to Abraham Maslow, these are the needs that an individual has to satisfy in order to be able to sustain life on this earth. Some of the needs under the basic needs are food, clothing, and shelter. Now, it is obvious that without food, an individual cannot sustain life. Without clothing, in extreme weather conditions, people will die. And then without a place to put your head, people will die in case there are floods, in case there are other natural occurrences which an individual cannot cope without a habitat. Now, according to Abraham Maslow, after the individual has been able to satisfy the physical or physiological needs, he wants to move on to the next level of needs, which he calls safety or security needs. You see clearly that in the green section on your screen. Now, according to Abraham Maslow, individuals need safety or security. Once you have been able to secure food, you have been able to secure clothing and shelter, you want a means to protect these things. Now, here people try to make insurance policies to protect their personal belongings, protect their cars and their homes. Sometimes people also get their employees safety equipment in order to make their work more secure. When it comes to employment, employers also try to get schemes that when their employees go on pension, they will be able to fall on and survive. And so safety and security needs are all about protecting the basic needs and having security or safety in the workplace and at home. From this level, Abraham Maslow moves to the yellow section, which he calls love or belonging needs. Here, the individual craves belonging. People try to get into social groups where they are able to join and feel a part of the group. Others also crave intimacy, where people find romantic relationships to be able to connect with one another. Now, after the satisfaction of the love or belonging needs, Abraham Maslow says that the individual moves on to self-esteem needs. These are needs that he calls psychological needs, that people need recognition when they've been able to join these social groups and they are able to establish themselves. They want to feel an important member of that particular group. And so here, they try to gain recognition. If it is an association, they want to vie for positions and win awards so that they will be able to be recognized everywhere they go. Once the individual has achieved the self-esteem needs, Abraham Maslow says that the individual then craves self-actualization. Self-actualization is simply the individual reaching his full potential, where it is at the apex of the pyramid, where you see in the orange section. Here, the individual has been able to get everything that he has to get in whatever field that there is. All the awards, all the recognition, and everywhere they go. Only few people are able to get to the self-actualization needs. This brings us to the end of this lesson. In this lesson, we have been able to look at all the levels of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we have explained the significance and the meaning of each one of the levels. In our next lesson, we'll look at the implications of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. See you in the next lesson.